hi. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just going to wait a little bit and see if we can see anything. Welcome to Lunchtime Stand Up with Kate Sky. Happy Thursday. Just starting now to see who's gonna join. We are live. How's your day going? Christopher Bear and Patel Viral, how are you today? Let me see if I'm over here. I'm good. Okay. My sound is on. That's good. Looks like I'm streaming actually with sound and video. Okay, good. Let me move this over here. So yesterday, hi Christopher Bear, how are you? You having a good day? What's new? How are your sales? Are you selling millions of units a day yet? So yesterday I was, nice office, you like it? There's my little view, my beautiful tree. So yesterday we were reading a little chapter from cracking the coding interview. It was not even a chapter on coding. It was a chapter on behavior stuff and a little nugget on stories, how to set up your stories when you are asked about pretty much anything. Like, how do you deal with problems on the team? How did you deal with project? What was your favorite project? It's pretty much on any kind of question. And there is abbreviation for it. It's called SAR, Situation, Action, Result. And I'm going to do a really quick post on it so I don't forget myself. So in this approach, you quickly talk about the situation and you talk a lot about action and then the result. Hopefully it's a positive result. And a lot of things in this approach is about avoiding talking negatively about, ooh, I forgot to turn my beautiful lights on. Let me see if I can turn them on. I always forget to turn my lights on. Did I get, ooh, this is really light on my other cam. Probably overexposed, but that's okay. Anyways, so the next chapter is about big O notation, which is really fun subject and always comes up in interviews for big companies. So we're not going to talk about that today. We are talking about wins and struggles on this live. So I'm really struggling today at work because I'm working on a team that's like completely outsourced from India, and we're like on different time zones, so it's really hard to connect the dots. So I'm working on this one feature and they're working on the whole application, and it's just kind of hard to keep it all together. But yesterday we were doing live coding, and I started adding some little features to my app, and we deployed it to GitHub Pages. There was a little bit of a disconnect on the bootstrap styling, so I'm not sure if we're going to be fixing that or we're going to be fixing the form validation, which is broken right now, because I think we need to move on the features situation, because that's more important than styling. Styling we can always fix. So do we have any questions? Christopher Bear, if you're still there, ask me a question. Or I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, we have Ani Chrome Code. How are you today? We were just about to switch over to live coding on Twitch or YouTube, whichever one you prefer. I do answer questions on Twitch because I can see the chat. And so yesterday we were just going over the code of the app. And in our it's a open source. We have officially have two contributors there right now. The second contributor is Connie. If you go to my GitHub on that repository, you can see she's helped me to deploy it to GitHub pages. So we can either try deploying it today. Oops. I'm getting a call, sorry about that. So we can either try deploying it to GitHub pages again, or we can work on a different feature, which we have plenty of those that are still pending. So yeah, so hi Fazal, how are you? How's your day going? We're just kind of hanging out here before we're gonna start some live coding. It's lunchtime for me, so I'm taking a break from my work. There's a lot of issues going on with some of the integration stuff that I'm doing with another team. So yeah. So what are you guys working on? What are you learning? Because we are doing Angular coding here with some NX. We're gonna be adding Firebase functions to our app, and later on we're gonna do some chatbot stuff. So it's gonna be a fun project because we're gonna build some AI models around that and building on that. And yeah, so hopefully we'll get some questions along the way, because over here on Instagram, which is gonna wrap up, but if we have questions, I'll stick around. I'm doing great here, just very hot weather. Oh, you in Pakistan? Cool. How hot is too hot for you? Because it gets pretty hot in where I'm at, like 100 degrees. I'm not sure what it is right now. It's not that hot. We are in USA, Illinois. It's near Chicago. So it's weather. What is weather like right now in my town? Let's see. Grays Lake. I'm in Grays Lake, Illinois. And we want to check what is the weather. Did I go outside today? I did not. It's like 12 o'clock. Okay, 43 is really hot. So in Celsius, it is 30 degrees Celsius. So 43 is really hot. It sometimes it does get that hot by us. It would get really humid. But today is a different day. It's a nice day outside. So who has some fun coding projects that they're working on? Who has questions, technology-wise or whatnot? Who needs a job? Who's looking for a job? I think this has been. Are you learning Next.js or not? What's Next.js? Is it Next.js maybe? Next.js. Well, you said Next, so it is Next. So it's Intuitive View Framework. Oh, View Framework, okay. I've played around with Vue, but Next supports generating a static web page based on your Vue application. It's the best of both. Okay, so Next it's sort of like, there's Scully is Next the same as Scully? Let me see. Scully. Yeah, Next versus Scully. So it is static site generation. Okay, cool. So yeah, I guess it's Scully pre-renders each page on your app, same thing. And easy way to export your Vue.js static web page. Okay, that's cool. I haven't worked with neither, but if that solves your problem, then it's good, right? We are going to be working with Angular today. We have we're using an X workspace for it, and we're building a fun little app that you could search for service providers and you can make appointments. It's a baby stage right now. It's been reborn a few days back. So that's what we're gonna be working on. So if you care to join me on my live on Twitch, the link is in my bio. So let's switch over to Twitch and we're gonna get started there. Thank you so much for joining my live on Instagram. I appreciate you coming by and saying hello. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow and it'll be another day and another win. Yeah, we're just wrapping up, Antonio. We're switching over to Twitch for some live coding. So if you join me on Twitch, we can do a little bit of live coding there. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's not much of an app yet, but hopefully we'll get it there. So yeah, let's switch over there, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow here, and we'll be on Twitch. Link in bio. Oops, sorry, I want to do it like this. All right, so let me just share it real quick so we don't lose it, because I've lost my lives before. I don't want to lose it just because I know that not everybody can join live. And I do these for my nieces, and I ask them to rewatch those, just in case I said something good in there. My nieces are computer science students, and they are looking, one of them is looking for a job or a internship, so it's hopefully if I share something that she could use for her to find her first job, that's great, right? So today, let's see, let me find so I rebooted, so I need to open my VS Code. Okay, and I use VS Code Insiders. All right, so let me see what it's opening up here. More than one for some reason. What's this guy? Let me just close this one and have one open. Make sure I have the right one open. Okay, I do. Okay, so guys, give me some feedback on Twitch if my sound is okay, and then I'm gonna share my code. Move this down. Do this. Okay, because I want to make sure my sound is good. My VS Code is visible. Okay, so actually yesterday I was playing with this, oh hi Connie, my beautiful Connie is here. My supporter, my contributor, thank you so much. I know it's really late for you in Hong Kong. So Connie, I saw your pull request and I appreciate that. I didn't review it, I just got an email this morning about it. So I don't know if you got latest on the master branch, but I did fix the links to the assets, only I did it a little different. So let me show you really quick. Assets. Yeah, see, like I actually, oh, what is that? I think it's my build folder. Hold on. I don't want to do this. Okay. Okay, my search. Yeah, so see, instead of, you did it like without the slash and I did it up one level, so I don't know, it also worked. But I think the main thing that you showed was, let's just open up my repo and see the pull request that you created. I think the main thing was the fact that you deleted the folder for deployment. Okay, so let's just review this really quick. And you changed back the output path. I guess we can, yeah, I think we can just go ahead and accept that. All right. And then we can, oh, conflicts. Okay, I do have conflicts. How do I resolve conflicts? Well, this one has conflicts now, so forget it. I guess I can do the same thing with this. Or not right now. I'll do it later. Because then we're deviating from actually adding features. This is my problem, is I get bogged down by like just all of the things that, the minimum things that are not important at this point, and then the features don't happen. So I know that yesterday when I made some of the fixes, it looks good locally, but when I deployed it to GitHub Pages, it didn't scale to the page correctly. So probably my Bootstrap setup is not correct, but that's okay. But I wanted to show that I did this CompoDoc package in here that I did, which was kind of fun because it actually gives you like your application documentation out of the box, which is kind of cool, although it doesn't get me any closer to adding features. It's kind of gives you like, if you were to document your app, here's what it produces. It produces like this, what's it called? Like a Git book of your app with like all the modules and stuff. And if you put the document, like if you put comments on it, you would see like the guards and interfaces and stuff. But my documentation coverage is really, really bad. Like I think it's because I don't have the necessary metadata about my classes. So yeah, so that's that. I don't want to spend time on that. I think what we should be doing is we should be fixing our registration, because our registration component is not working on the last step. And I think it's because something with our date and time stuff. So let's try it really quick, and then because I want to be able to create. Yeah, see how huge this is? This is really huge. And another thing that was broken is my auth, so I might have to remove the authentication. This is really, really big, so I might put some columns on it just so it doesn't annoy me too much. So where is our app components? Is it an app component? Okay, so there's our, so the home page doesn't have a, I remember it's, I think it's this guy. Yeah, I think it's this deflex. It's something about this I don't like. We'll just do 2 columns on this. We'll just do like because I know with columns you can do like the size of your media, and then it will media queries, and it will be okay. Okay, so let's just see how we can do the registration, because I know my authentication provider is got expired, so we might have to either fix it like when we're not live, because I need to register a new app. So we can actually go and disable this guard for now. Let me see, where's this? I'll just find out where it's used and I'll just take it off. Right. Let's see. Okay, I'm actually, my lazy loading this. Looks like I already removed it from here. Okay, so maybe it's already okay. It's not used. Alright, let's try it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see how bad this looks? That's okay. I don't want to worry about this right now. I think it's the picture size that's making it different size. So what happens if I click here? So this is my provider search. We don't want to do that. So I want to, on login, I actually want to go to registration. So let me change that route for now. Okay, where's our go-to account? Okay. So this one only shows up if we have a user. So we can actually do this. Let me add another card. I'll just add another card so we can oops. Okay, I want to log in. I wanted to do this one. Can you get rid of this? Alright, so I want to go to account, go to my account. Yeah, I just want to go here without the authentication. That's the idea. Okay, yeah, because that's not working, I think. Okay, let's see. Done? Alright. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here's our third card. Probably needs that's guy around it. Okay, let me move it just so it doesn't look that disgusting. Okay. I'll put it in another class like this. Alright, so we can get rid of the 6. Just let them distribute evenly, whatever space they have. Let's see if it's gonna look semi-okay. I actually changed the class on the images to fluid to like scale to size of the card. I don't know, it didn't really make that much difference. So let's see. Okay, we're live here. I probably should ask how's my size of my Chrome window so it's not too small. Oh, I forgot to turn the music on. Alright, let me turn the music on. Oh, everything is going to be so much better with music. I know it. Okay, here we go. So see this guy, I think it's because it's this, yeah. Alright, so my music is on. So this is going to be so much better now. Oh, yes. There we go. Okay, go to my account. Let's see, click. Alright, so this is just the back, so we want to go here. So this is the form that we want to fix. So I think this is going to be our feature 0 for our project because right now it doesn't have a backend. So we want to be able to create our provider. And then after we're able to create providers, we can actually start doing searches. And the search is going to be one of the bigger endeavors because it needs, I think it's going to need a map with with pointers on it, so we'll use Google Map API for that. And it's also going to need a search with like a date frame kind of thing. So let's just see how far we have here. Let's just see. We have some. Is it how far we got here? Okay. Okay, next. Address. Okay, so let's see if my drag and drop works. Alright, so actually I think we're gonna do just one service. Okay, so this is good, so that worked. Next. Why is it in time and why is it, okay, so let's, I think it just jumps not in a great way. So I start at 9 a.m. and so this probably should go next to start. That doesn't look good. That's okay. And I end at 6 p.m. Okay, weekends we don't work. Ooh, why is it unchecking that? So something's wrong with this checkbox. Weekend. So I think this is all grouped. I need to ungroup the weekend from the weekday. So let's fix that first. Okay, let's go up into our registration form, and let's look at our checkboxes. So see, there's some intermediate thing that I check on the week section. And what's going on here? Start time. So what is this? Weekend. So this is the weekend. Okay, I think this is wrong. And this is some kind of variable that so it's reusing the same variable for checked. It doesn't seem right. All right, I think what we can do for now. Okay, let's look at what is the sum complete. What does it do? Sum complete. Okay, so maybe update all complete. Ugh, man. This has been a while since I wrote this, so I don't remember. Okay, so here's my subtask. Weekend completed false. Okay. What's this completed? So I've completed on the week. What's this completed means? What did I do this with this completed? Okay, so the completed is the... Maybe I need to rename it. What kind of name is completed? I don't even know why I used completed on this. Alright, so it's obvious that I'm using the same flag for two different types. So this, I don't think I'm using this right. Date all complete. Why am I using this guy? Date all complete. So when I click on interesting, why do I do that? Probably made sense when I did it. Let's see one more time. What does it do? And just see what happens if I do next. Fill your schedule. So So which one? So I think it wants the weekend, but because it's checked like this, it doesn't let me. So let me remove that from the weekend. Where do I want to remove it? This is week section. Where's my weekend? Let's see what my weekend is. Okay, so that's the week. Okay, so that's that one. And there's the weekend. So I need to just remove that. Just want to remove that for now. Let's see if it's gonna. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to re-enter everything. Jumps all the way down. We don't like that. 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Can we do next now? Oh, this one there. Get it. Okay. So something is still required. So I think we need to put some errors to where it's asking us to. Okay, so let's look up the math check boxes. How do they want us to do error handling? Okay. Get error from check. What is that? Is there like how about material checkbox? I'll just go straight to documentation. Alright, so where's our errors? Errors. Okay. How about some examples? Card validator. Validator for material check mark cottage. Temperature and check box. Validate. So probably we just need to do like a form. Something. Let me see how I did the form. I don't remember how I did this whole form. So I did the reactive form. Okay. And I'm doing first control instead of last control. Maybe I need to do a little better here. Oops. Second form group. Okay, so I'm doing. Okay, here's the address. Okay. So now I'm trying to remember what I did here. So here's a scheduled control. Where is this? Schedule is. And then I do set up my object for schedule. So I probably need to somehow set my schedule form, right? I need to schedule. So there's my fill out your schedule. Alright, so there's my step label. So why am I not setting the, I need to set this is filled out somehow, right? Okay, let's see here. What am I doing with this guy? Schedule control. No. It's been a long time since I did this. Okay. Trying to figure out my own code. This is the life. Okay, so form group, third group. And somehow I make it. Okay, so I do have a next button here. So maybe I need to do something with that next button, right? Where is my next? There it is. Where's the next button? Let's step for that next. Okay, so maybe I need to Google this and see what I'm missing here. I need to check the validation on it. You can validate forms and prevent from switching between this until error disappears. Oh, I can do that. Okay. Check this out. Okay. Oh, somebody already did this for us. What is there? Required. Form name, second control. Is it because it says required on it? I think so. I think it's because it has required on the actual input. Yeah, I don't think I'm assigning anything to that form. Maybe that's why it's like that. Alright, I have a resolution. How about we get rid of this for now? Okay, where's our beautiful, oh, doing the wrong way. I just want to get to the last step. See, it's jumping too far on my next. Probably need to make it a little bit more friendlier on the. Okay, so on. Next. There we go. And 9 p.m. Next. Okay. So now in submit, we want to do a function, right? So we are going to use. Let's see if we have any. It's probably going to clear up a lot of things when we look to see if we have any console logs. And submit. What's this? One loop skipped due to selector error. Custom file unmatched to the code language. I don't even know what that is. Another thing I don't like is, where's my submit button? Submit button. Okay. It's is too big. I need to break this up. I don't like how big this is. Alright. So there's our submit. Probably should do a quick event in here. Oops. Equals. Submit. Let's see what this will look like after we do it. Yeah, we want to look at this, at the data inside this, our main form group. It will actually give us some idea about our errors that if we put that required field back, we'll probably see it. I can actually get rid of the disabled to kind of look inside the form, and we can figure out the errors on our material things. There's gotta be, so what happens when we want to do validation? Where's the validation documentation on this guy? Well, so it's already built. Let's just try this. Oh, I actually like how it looks. Let's do, ooh, see, this is not good. Alright, click. Fine. Doesn't matter. Where is it gonna drag? There's nowhere to drag it. Ooh, there we go. It actually drags between those two. That's cool. My, ooh, that's not good. So definitely need to fix my beautiful styles on here later. Okay, we'll get start. We'll just do end. Okay. Do next and submit. Let's see what it looks like. So what do we have here? No errors. Status is valid. Value. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's do, so see, it has nothing inside the third group because we didn't really set up our properties, our controls for the schedule. That's why it's not there. That's okay, because we can do enough with what we have over here. All right, so how do we plan this out? So what we need to plan out here is the fact, step and global option. So this looks like, pretty cool. I don't remember doing this at all. How is it even possible that I wrote this code and I don't remember? Okay, so there it is. You see how I did all the controls here, and I did nothing of that nature in my scheduling. Because my scheduling is really like, it's check boxes, so it's going to be like an array, so I didn't think this through. That's okay. All right, so where's our constructor? So what do we have? We have here a facade. Let's go in our facade. Let's see what is inside our facade. So we have the account list. I don't remember, so that's What does it have? Account data service, download, subscribe. Ooh, what is this? So that's probably some default implementation. What? So this is when you create a data service with the schematics from, I don't remember which schematic I used. I think it was something related to NX, but I forget which one it was. It actually creates the data service, a domain module, because we have account domain. So basically creating an account for a service provider. And it creates like this entity with a name. So we need to expand on this account. So we have a name. So let's look at this guy. So we have a first and last name. We have a company and email address. We probably need to add those. So first name. We also have last name. So this is company. This is, what else is there? Address and description. Address. Oops. Description. And we have some sort of schedule, and we need to think what our schedule is going to be. So it's probably going to be some kind of object. Just put any for now. Let's think what a schedule object would look like. So usually we'll have a list of days, right? Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So days. So that's going to be, I think it's going to be an array of strings. But it's really, it could probably be an enum just so it's cleaner. Alright, so let's do weekdays, and then we have start and end of the day. So let's just assume, what's the project? Oh, it's a fun project. So Seraphan is a project for coming in and finding an appointment for yourself and scheduling it yourself. Right now our alpha users are going to be either a salon or a hairstylist, like a nail technician. We also have some beta users who want to do photography. So they would set up their account, and then as a user you would come in and schedule an appointment with them based on their schedule. So yeah, so that's the project. We're using Angular with NX Workspace. We have NGRX here. It's domain driven. So yeah, it's a fun little thing. So let's just assume our schedule and all of our days start and end at the same time. I think it's for simplicity. So start time. We'll make it a string, and we'll do end time. I need to record a special video that introduces this project. just so I can just give a quick link. And how it was born is a pretty cool story because it was born out of pandemic. People being just bored and struggling with their day types. Maybe I'll change it to day types. I don't know. It's I want to make it as simple as possible because if we do day types, it's gonna add on another complexity on top of it. Day types can be weird in some cases. Yeah, right. I agree. So right now we broke a little mocked up stuff here. Where is it? I think it's in here. So see, it's returning some accounts. So let's just get rid of that. Just get rid of that. Where's my... It's fine like that. All right, so we are using... we're using NGRX here, but I forget where and what and how I did it. So I need to remember, what did we do here? So I know I had something. So there's our state. So there's our ripped facade. Oh wow, see, I totally don't remember what I did here. So I have actions for user login and all that. So let me see how we had registered our NGRX. Oh, there's a root store module. Okay. Wow. This is so over my head. It's been such a long time since I did this. Okay, let's see, where is it? Where is it? So basically the registration happens in this module. So this module needs to have its own feature store. Oh yeah, and if you haven't seen what my debug module does, it's pretty cool. I have an article on it on my so question, what are you using NGINX for in the project? Oh, NGRX, so, using it for state management. So, okay. Let's see here. Where is my store? It's getting started. If only I could remember. Busy. Masha, I'm busy. Tikhon, I'm busy. That's my kids. My kids are knocking on my door. Hold on, let me put myself on. Wow, sorry. This is, okay, so let's see. Oh, there it is. So there's a root store module. Okay, good. So I'm not completely crazy here. Okay, so let's go in here. And so I am registering my account routing module. Okay, so this is where we would add our feature module for the NGRX store. Okay, so maybe we need to get started on it because we need some actions, right? So how do we do that? Doesn't Angular have something for state manager? I don't know much about Angular. Yeah, this is what Angular has for state management. You can do it many different ways. In this project, we're doing NGRX. I'm doing NGRX for state management, but you can do just regular RxJS or whatever. So yeah. it's really an implementation paradigm. It's really not. It's not related to the framework at all. Okay, so we need a feature module. Feature store. Okay, so let's look up to see. Let me see what are our what are all the things I'm using in here. Oh, so that's the search one. Okay, so we need to add a store here because I know that there's gotta be account domain. So where's our account domain module? Okay, there it is. There's our service. So our service is going to what's this guy? Oh my gosh. So let's see. So the facade is talking to the service. So instead of the facade, so that's one way of doing it, but we are going to do this with NGRX. So our facade could just talk to our NGRX here, to our store, and then this would happen inside an effect. But this facade stuff is something that came in with the schematic I was using. And I'm trying to remember which one it was, because I don't remember. You see, like there is this, if you look at this name plus state, plus state like this, this is actually a naming convention of the schematic that I used. And I think it was domain driven design with, I think it was Manfred's. I think I was using Manfred's schematic. So I just need to find how I did it. It's a plugin. All right, it's called, okay, so now it's all coming back to me. So here is the NPM. So I was using this, this helper to create the search and the domain. That's what I was using. So that's what it created for me, which is pretty cool. So we have we have all these features. So we did the domain and we did the features through this. NGRX, okay. So how come I didn't add the NGRX thing to it? Because if I did, I would have the store there too. Instead I have this facade. Okay, do I have a question? No questions, good. NGRX support, just add -- NGRX switch, which I probably didn't do, or it wasn't there when I used it, which is fine. That's fine. I know I did the entity stuff. Domain, okay, so we have the domain. Let's go back our beautiful registration facade. Where's, okay, here we go. Application, entities, infrastructure. Okay, let's add feature module. Just go ahead and add it here. care. We can keep this facade. Doesn't hurt us. I need to use it. So let's see, where is this guy used right now? Go to, so it's inside our components, so that's right. So we can just use this facade to go to our store. And then we can do all of the changes inside this facade for our feature. So now let's think about to generate a feature set containing action effects reducer. If you use this build, okay, so I'm reading the documentation to add a feature. All right, generate a feature set containing action effects reducer selector file. You use this to build out a new feature area that provides a new piece of state. And that's exactly what we need. So I don't know if we're going to be able to use the schematic, or do we need to do this by hand. I really don't want to do this by hand. Generate a user feature set and register with Angular module. Okay, so we actually can do this because we have a module for it. So let's try this. We just have to do it in the right folder. Okay, so we have account feature. Okay, good. So we gotta be inside this library. Just open it up here. Let's stop this guy so it doesn't go crazy on us. Alright. So generate feature. So our feature is our feature. So basically, let's think this through. It's this is going to be a piece of state that holds together our accounts that are registered. And you can have two types of accounts. And one type of account is a regular user who's searching around, and he registered or she registered, and she's looking to book an appointment. And the second type of account is the person who's or a business that provides the services. So this is good enough just to call it account. So that's going to be, it's a generic term. I don't think we need to provide a module because we're near our module. So I think it's going to be okay. Let's see if it's going to work like this. Just see if it's going to work. And it didn't work. Not found in collection. All right, so let's see if we need to use the narwhal one. Okay, let's see. See, because we're going now through this guy. Alright, let's go back to our stuff. Alright, let me search how we can handle this within the NX stuff. Adding feature with inject feature NGRX and NX. There's gotta be already something within NX that we could use. The NGRX schematic generates NGRX feature set containing. Okay, so we just need to use the right one. Here we go. Same thing, just need to use the thing like this. Alright. Okay. Defaults. I don't think we need to do this because we're next to the module. Let's just see. Alright, so account. Let's see if it works. What is the path of them? So it does need a path. This is the path. I know I'm gonna mess this up. Copy relative path. Okay, looks like it worked. Alright, so this must have been the way I did it for the root state module, and this is, so we're doing a feature module, because if we look at, while it's installing, so it's actually already installed. So if we look at our routing module for the app, where's our app routing module? App. Do I have an app routing? Where's my routing module? Routing. Okay. Okay, so maybe I didn't label that. Hold on. Let's look here. Let's look at our. Okay, so I don't have a separate app, a routing module for my app. Probably should do that just to make it clean. This is too much. So see, it's all in here. I'm registering all the routes right in here. Okay, so this looks like it's lazy loaded. So unless we click on here, it's not supposed to be loaded to the inside our browser. Let's check just to make sure. See if our ng-serve still works, and I will go over the state stuff that we just added. Did I lose my chat? I lost my chat. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I keep saying sorry about that. Somebody told me yesterday at my live that I say sorry about that too many times. So now I'm catching myself from saying that. Okay, so that's that. That's building. And we're running over our time budget. Our time budget is 1 hour. You're sorry about being sorry. I know, right? Let that sink into your mind and do a little inception. Sorry about being sorry. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we are doing a little test to see how lazy loading is working. And the way we're gonna check that is we are going to go to our network, clean up our network, reload. Okay, let's check this out. And then we are going to go to my account and, oh, not on all. Okay, let's do this again. I almost said I'm sorry again. Oh my gosh. This is really crazy. All right, so what we're doing here is we're looking for just the JS files. Let's look at the JS files. So let's do that again. Empty. And we got a bunch of scripts here. Let me clear them up. Start over. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 files. Let's go here and look at this. Now we got 2 more. We got 592 and 685, whatever those are, but I'm pretty sure they're related to the fact that we're on my account, so they were lazy loaded, which is good. That's what we want. All right, so let's go into our store that we just created for our account stuff. All right, and we need to figure this out. We need to figure out what we're gonna keep in our state. And it looks like it did a lot of stuff for us here. Let's see if it's actually got registered within our module. Okay, here it is. That's good. So a lot of things already happened for us. So our reducer is created, our effects are registered. So now if we go to our actions, there's a couple of things. So we know we want to load accounts, load account success, create action init. So this is something that would happen when you load all the actions. Let's see, what is our account entity? Is it the same account entity that we were looking at? No, it's not. So it's using this model, but we already have a model for it. I wonder if we need a separate one like that or not. Let's keep it for now. We need the same thing for creating. So let's just copy this. And I think we can do create. Create account. Create account success. And create account fail. And this is just the way this opinionated schematic works, right? It gives you right out of the box the way they want you to follow. They want you to have, or they recommend, right? They recommend creating an action that produces either a success or it produces a failure, which makes sense. Just rename our actions because those are all strings. Okay, and it's going to, so for our create, we probably need to have the props as well here because we need to send the object into, except it's not going to be an array. Why is it an array here? Oh, okay, because it's from here it makes sense to be an array. Here it's going to be one object. We probably want it returned back to us with an ID so we can update the state. And okay, so what we're doing here is we're creating an action to create an account entity, and it probably needs the other properties that we created on the other interface. And it's going to return us on success the same entity back, probably with an ID already filled in. Because if you look at this entity, it has an ID that's initially, it could be either string or number. We're probably going to keep it as a string. Okay, that's going to be our primary, so the name. Let's keep it at that for now. And then if it failed, it's just going to give us the error. All right, so now that we have the three actions, we can actually call this action from our facade. Where's our facade? Our facade is up. And okay, here's our, I'm gonna go here. So here's our facade. And what we need to do here is we need to get rid of this account service. Let's do this. Because our account service is actually going to be inside our effects. So if we go back to, let's see, I'm wondering if we're in the right, if we're good with our levels. Because our facade is up there, our service is up there, but we want to reference, we want to use the service inside of our state. So now I'm thinking if this is the right way, or should we have put it somewhere else? I just need to remember what my train of thought was here. Oh yeah, Connie, you're right. Actually, I was thinking about that, but then I remember that it creates a lot of different issues when you, so Connie's saying here, ID of string or null for new account, and ID is null, yeah, so you're right, so we can change that. Where's my account? Account entity. Account entity. Account model. Yep. Good idea. Let's do this. Okay. So probably to help me figure out if I'm doing this correctly is to run the depth graph. Just run this. Execute. Just look at it really quick. All right, so we have account feature, account domain. I think this is okay. So let's look, where's our store? So if we go back here, so our store is inside our feature registration. So our store is up here, and our service is in domain. So that's okay. So our feature, so here's how to think about this. Why we want to put the store next to the feature itself. So, okay, it's blowing up. We have the state of our feature closer to the actual feature. So this is where the state of this feature is going to be within our NGRX feature state. And the domain is just driving the talking to the database or to the APIs. So that's okay. We can get rid of, I think we can get rid of the facade. Do we get rid of the facade and just have, yeah, I think we can get rid of the facade because we can just interact with our service right straight from our store. Or do we, or I'm just trying to think what that facade is gonna, if there's gonna be any benefit to keeping the facade. Why wouldn't a new account have an ID? Oh, good question. So before you actually create a database record, you still within your client form, and the user is entering the data. There's no ID yet. You didn't create it. You didn't create the ID in a database yet. So we're gonna have the ID once the user is created in the database. So that's why it's null. So I want to do. Let me go to a drawing board. I think it's gonna be useful to kind of draw a picture. Do I have the drawing? Oh, I think I do. I think I already have one here. Do I? I don't know if I do. Just do a new one. Blank. Okay. Sure. It's asking me questions, so just create a quick drawing. So, as you remember from our dependency graph, we have account feature. So here's our account feature. Can I do account feature? Let me make this feature. Make this bigger. Can't spell. It's okay. All right, so this is kind of like the UI, right? And then this UI has like the state to it, state/store. And and then we have somewhere else, we have the database. Let's say we're gonna use, if we use Firebase, I think we'll use Firebase for that. Okay, so this Firebase, how is our, I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right, so in order to get to Firebase, we have a service. So we have this service. Okay. So the service is actually the one that talks to the Firebase. Meaning it's going to execute a function. There's going to be a function that it's calling. And I won't draw the function here. We'll just add it. So this feature is only going to do the talking to the service through the store. So the store does all the negotiation between the UI and the database. So it goes in here. Okay. So that goes. So this is the way the diagram of how it's going to talk to the UI is going to talk to the database. And now we have this facade. So the question is to keep the facade or not to keep the facade. And if all facade does is talks to the service. Do we put facade here or do we put facade here? It makes no sense to put it here. It kind of could go in here. So let's imagine this is our facade. What happened? Don't. Why is it moving on me? Don't move on me. Stay. So facade is just like another service that does negotiations for you. It's over. It is the way it is right now. It's in here right now. Like it talks to this guy. But if we could kind of put it over here, but it's on a different level. It's like if we go over into our dependency, it's an account domain. It almost seems like we need to just, yeah, there's no sense of keeping it unless we move it up into this feature registration, which I don't see any point of keeping it. So I think we're gonna get rid of the facade. I wonder if people are putting stores in here, because it seems like the store would belong in here. And then it would, I think we need to ask someone, because I've never done it. So I don't know, do we put it here or do we keep it there? I like it up here next to our feature, because we're doing state management on a feature. So I say we get rid of the facade. What do you guys think? Any opinions on the facade? Or we just get rid of this application folder? Delete. What do you think? So now our component, instead of using the facade, it's going to use the store. So where's our store? All right, so right now it's doing the load. I don't care about the load. What else is it using here? All right, so, oh, interesting. So it's actually using this adapter pattern here, which is cool. I've never played with it, so it'll be a good experience. Okay, so it already has the load accounts, which we don't need right now. So how do we call this guy? That's what we need to figure out. I think we need to inject the store into our component here. I thought it was like something like where's our constructor here? Oops, don't leave. Where is our constructor? There it is. I think we're supposed to do like store and then do store module. DevTools. I want to make sure I import the right store. Is it this guy? So we don't need a list here. We don't need this here. Let's see if we can do, we need to figure out how to do actions here, right? This, that, store, that is a dispatch, yeah, dispatch. And then we can do an action. We have a create action. So we want to import actions from our store in here. Import star as account actions from account actions. So we need to go one level. How do I do this plus state? Let me get to my, oh, there it is. That's so many. Count actions. I want to do it like this. Oops. Copied something wrong. Alright. Actions. Alright, so now we can get, see right now, like I imported this create action, but I can make it like a little bit more. A little bit prettier like this. There we go. And it needs an account entity. So let's see, how do we do this? Name, account entity, account. Account is, and then it needs like a name, right? Oops. Name. Form dot is there like a form one? Oh, actually we can get to it a little faster. I think we can do first form dot, or even like a first name control. I thought there was a first form group. Controls. I need to create a property for my first name control. I just do like a test one. So what else does it need? It needs something else. It needs, right? Missing name. The record is missing. Property is missing. All right. So we want to make the ID. Alright, so that's how we dispatch an action, I think. Whew. Alright, so I'm gonna create a property for our form, just so we can just do something like this. I want to be able to do this dot first name. First name. I'll do that. I'll do that and then I'll just show how it's working. All right, so now that we dispatch this action, we're gonna need to create an effect, and our effect is gonna call the Firebase function, which we'll work on next time, because I think we're way over time. I need to get back to work. I'm definitely not gonna have time to eat anymore. Okay, so I think this is pretty good progress we made. Let's see if it still compiles. I wonder if it still compiles. All right, so we have an export that we need to get rid of. We deleted our facade. Okay, let's see what else we are missing. Man, this is pretty exciting. It's all like coming back to me. Let's see if it's gonna compile or not. Yeah, it compiled. All right, let's see if this still works. Yeah, kind of, sort of. I think we're okay. We can commit some of these changes. So just to summarize, today we created a feature in JRX module, and we were able to add dispatch of that action, which we also created. We created 3 new actions, one for create, one for successful create, and one for failure. So now we're gonna commit those changes. We're gonna call it added new feature state module for account. All right, this was really useful for me because I totally forgot what I was doing and which schematics I was using for what. So it's this was really good presentation even for me, because I keep forgetting. Store and features are subfolders. Store and feature are subfolders. Okay, Connie is saying store and feature are subfolders of album. They are. Yeah, see, with this schematic, it creates a folder called plus state on right next to the feature. So I think it's okay, right? Have you used it in a different way? But I really want to wrap up. I know it's really late for you, Connie, and thank you so much for visiting me. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, till next time, I'm pretty sure we'll do this tomorrow. This was really fun. All right. Have a good night, and thank you for joining me on my live coding stream. Bye, love you.